Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Gladys with Homesteading in the Valley, and the name of my whole homestead is Hidden Joy Homestead. Um, I've been posting a lot of random videos, and you're probably like, who is this chick and what's she doing? So I thought, and I've been saying that for a while that I was going to sit down and do a video and kind of explain like what this YouTube channel is about. Um, it's going to be a several part video. I don't have all the right equipment and I'm having trouble with my download speed, so I'm only able to do about like 15-minute videos. So, and I think that people just lose their attention span anyway. So, anyway, uh, a little background. I'm in my second marriage, and my second husband owned a industrial chicken houses, 3 chicken houses. He was with just a regular company. I don't really want to mention their name, but he has since went to Shenandoah Valley Organic. It's a great company to grow for. And moving to all organic, I'd already been doing a lot of organic gardening, so it was just a natural procession, and it's really been wonderful. It's a lot better for his health because, of course, everything's very strict. You can't use but certain chemicals, So it's really made everything a whole lot better. So we're very happy with that. The birds are healthier. It tastes like chicken. It's really good. If you buy it, it's Farmer Focus. If you ever see it in your grocery store, try it. It's really good chicken. Anyway, we live in a very small town. One traffic light, so don't blink, you'll miss it. In the Shenandoah Valley, beautiful. We are surrounded by mountains. It is just gorgeous here. We have, of course, all 4 seasons, so we enjoy, all the seasons. We like to hunt in the fall up into, like early winter. Uh, I think we're trying to get into a little trapping in the dead of winter, but we'll see. But we enjoy the outdoors. I really, really enjoy gardening, flower gardening, vegetable gardening. Like I said, with organic practices, because we are organic chicken houses, all the products that I use for weed control or anything that I use has to be organic. So, and I was kind of already going there anyway. So I'm really pleased to have this changed over to an organic farm. Anyway, so what makes it a homestead? Well, I've been wanting other animals, pigs, maybe goats, other things, and I really did not uh, want them here on the farm. So we actually bought a little 2 acre, almost 2 acre tract that is actually next door to this farm. Um, and I'm going to turn that into a homestead. Now, it will not be a living quarters homestead. It will, of course, just be for animals, bees, gardening, stuff like that. So we are in the process right now of clearing. We have about probably over half cleared, maybe even 3/4. But we're kind of right now at a standstill because we're doing other things with the poultry farm, and of course I'm busy with seed starting and getting things planted, and so it's kind of been put on hold. I'm assuming we'll kind of get back to it late May. I pray late May into early June. So I do want to go over there and shoot a video and show you what we've done so far, what we have left to do. Super excited, and uh, I've always been in and out of farms because of my childhood and stuff. So it wasn't uncommon. Any of this was not uncommon to me, but of course, I was a child. I didn't really do a lot of that. So I wasn't really, when I was with my first husband in a neighboring town, a bigger town, I was not successful at gardening. I was barely successful at growing roses. But since I've come here in the last 12 years, I've been here, I've really, really learned a lot and researched a lot. And actually, during the um, shutdown for the pandemic, uh, it really kind of opened my eyes to like where things are sourced, the dependency of supplies. Enough said about that. So my friend was into homesteading, so I kind of got to watching like all the homesteaders because you're home and you're bored. So I watched, a lot of Doug and Stacy, um, Roots and Refuge, Justin, all the biggies. So Um, and I really love them. Like, I'm just obsessed, especially with Doug and Stacy. I'm just obsessed with them. Um, see my little mug from Avery Pottery. Love it. It's on Doug and Stacy. That's the mugs that they use. I love them. So anyway, um, so I am full fledged into homesteading. Last year I got bees. I'm hoping to expand them this year. Um, that's my, if you hear that ding dong in the back, that's my security. It tells me there's a motion sensor out on a post in my driveway, and it tells me when somebody's coming in and out. And my husband just left in the truck. That's why I'm kind of looking out the window here. You're in my dining room. And, but I'm waiting on my girlfriend because we're going to lunch because it's Cinco de Mayo. We're going for Mexican until I have to go back to work. Anyway, so I'm just kind of I want to be sustainable. I want to grow all my own food. I want to butcher. I want to know where my food's coming from when it goes to the table. And we'll get into all that as we go. I watched all these YouTubers. I'm trying to say all this delicately because I don't want to insult anybody. I love the homesteaders that are famous, I guess you'd call it. But it just seems like most of all of it is such a perfect world, and they'll tell you they didn't come from all that, and, they've grown, and there is a growing process. And I see a lot of people get mad as they get more famous and they get more money on YouTube and stuff. And people, will be mad because they're like not simple anymore. They're changing. They're buying more stuff. They're able to have high tunnels and all this kind of stuff. And some people are very, very envious, offended, whatever. I mean, I'm envious too because it's great. But I'm thankful and grateful for them to have that success. I'm not doing this for money. I'm not doing this for success. I'm not doing this because I want to be invited to places to speak. And there's nothing. I'm not downing that. Please don't be writing hateful comments because I'm not hating on anybody. I'm just saying what I do and don't want to do with this channel. What I want to do, I don't know how informative it'll be. Maybe it'll be more like, I don't know, comedy, laugh at her because but I want to show you my mistakes. And like my greatest mistakes, I'll just tell you, I fail to either read the instructions or the directions, or I don't take the time to do the research, like on the plant or the variety, or, how deep should it be dug, a plant or a tree or whatever. Like, I just tell you, there's no use to lie about it. I'll be honest. I really make a lot of mistakes because of that. I do learn from them. It does teach you. So I want to show you like my mistakes. Like I want to focus like on the mistakes. Love these mugs. Anyway, yeah, I don't want to show you like everything that's perfect and look at my perfect greenhouse. Right now, my greenhouse looks like something like a tornado went through it. I still have work to do on my greenhouse. I have to put in the exhaust fan and the 2 circulating fans. We have just run water and electricity, and the water, the electricity's not hooked up yet, but the water, I have 2 frost-free hydrants. We just put in one at the greenhouse and one at the garden area. I'll show you all that. Oh, it's so nice not have to drag. Like I literally, every day, all day in the summer, I drag like 3 and 4 heavy, like 100-foot garden hoses all around to water everything. And a lot of things that are here on my farm, like a lot of my bushes, blackberry, raspberry, elderberry, all that stuff, I will eventually transition that over to the homestead. I'm hoping and praying that I can do it at the end of the season, like in fall, like cut everything back. I know that I probably will have a limited harvest next year, but that's okay. It'll come. You just have to be patient. I'm not a patient person. You'll also find that out. Like I want it done. I want it to be beautiful. That's just me. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to make it look as beautiful as I can. I do use a lot of repurposed materials that I fixer uppers, trying to save money and be cheap and show you that, hey, you can have something beautiful and it can be, scrap, basically. Um, and I realize that some of this stuff may not last that long. I might have to redo it. Um, but that's okay. But I want you to come along with me, if you will, on this journey. So you will not be seeing everything that is perfect. I hope to, if I'm doing a project, at the end of that project, I hope to show you, oh, well, look, isn't this beautiful? It did work out somehow. Like it might not, a lot of times I can think a lot of things in my mind, lay in bed and just think, oh my God, look, this would be great. Let's do this. And then you start, my husband was a carpenter for years he worked in Northern Virginia, like near DC and stuff. He did that for years. He was a foreman over concrete, pouring like for major walls and stuff of all these high rises and stuff. So he's got a lot of experience. But I can sit there and think it, and I have to explain it to him, get him to understand like what we're trying to do. And most of the time during the project, he's like we just did raised beds. He's like, I don't get this. Like, I don't understand what you're trying to do here. But once we got done, like he's seen the concept. So, and by the way, I love my raised beds so far. They're great. You do have to water them more frequently, but that's okay because now I have a hydrant. But anyway, so I just want you guys to come along on this journey. I might pop in and do another 1 or 2 additions to this and just kind of like maybe backtrack, maybe not. Maybe this is enough. I don't want to give out too much information because my nose itches, because of my privacy. I just don't think like you should be telling everybody like all about your preps and where you live and just putting it all out there. So I hope you will join me because a lot of times you watch these famous YouTubers and you just feel like I don't have that money. I don't have that time. I don't have those resources. Like, I'll never do this. Like, you don't even want to start doing it. Like, you're just put out right from the start. It's just simpler to sit there on your couch and watch the video and complain that you can't do it. But you can do it. You just have to do it your way. You have to start slow. You have to be patient. You have to be creative because if you don't have the money, you have to, and if you don't have the time, like you really have to start thinking out projects because, like, for instance, if you want to get backyard chickens, how can you, especially as you're getting older, how can you set those chickens up where you don't have to get up at the break of day and let them have that coop? How do you get a feeder that will hold like a couple days feed? And that's my husband coming back in. I love the emotions. Amazon's got those. But yeah, how do you set it up where it's simpler for you? Like you're not working yourself to death. That's the worst thing about homesteading. People set everything up and it's so darn hard and they just lose their attention on it. They're just done with it. It's too hard. It's too time consuming. They don't have the time. Most people have to work other jobs. Most people can't just sell everything, downsize and move and build a cabin and just move on 11 acres. It is my dream, Doug and Stacy. And I'm not putting them down for it. Good that they did it. They had the courage to do it. I have to work. And it's just that simple. I'm lucky that I work for a school system. So I work on a handicap bus. I do 2 runs a day, one in the morning, one in the evening. And then I'm done and I have every summer off. I am blessed for that. I don't really work for the money because it doesn't pay a lot of money. I work for the benefits, the retirement and stuff like that. So that's just kind of where I'm at. I'll kind of go over some of that. And maybe that's a good video. Like, are there jobs out there that you can do that you don't have to be like full-time, 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours a day, that you can still get good benefits and that you could still homestead part-time? Am I going to be overwhelmed? Yeah, for a while. For a very long time. But this is something I want to do. It's not about making a YouTube video. This is about eating healthy food. You grew, you knew what it ate, you know where it come from, you knew how it became deceased, how it was dispatched. That's the proper word for it. You know how it was dispatched. So that's my goal here. So anyway, it's 15 minutes. Thanks, guys, for joining me today. Like and subscribe, please. Share it with your friends. Ask them to subscribe. It will get better. I know I suck right now, but it will get better. God bless y'all. And again, my name is Gladys. This is Homesteading in the Valley, and my homestead is Hidden Joy Homestead. Thank you. Have a great day.